I need you to look at your left and your right. If someone was seated next to you and probably just stepped outside to answer a phone call, you could reach out to that person and tell them to come take their seat, because we're starting in the next 1 minute. And if someone is not here yet, call them and tell them they are about to miss out on something extraordinary. Did somebody say no need? Oh. All right, get settled, get settled. We're starting in the next less than 1 minute. I see people outside at the foyer. Please tell them to come settle down. We are an organized constituency, and we want everyone to be well seated before we can start. And while we're doing that, you can just look at someone by your left and right and just say hello to them. You're probably seated next to someone you don't even know. Just ask their name, where they work. Possibly just find out if they have like a favorite color, a favorite food, or if they're an animal. If you have an opportunity to be an animal, which animal would you be? Just like a bit of an icebreaker, okay? So for me, I would like to be a dog. I like to be a dog no, let me finish now. In the palace of King Charles. You know why? Because I'll be well fed, I'll be well taken care of, like I'll be an Ajebo dog, you know, that kind of thing. I'll have my own bed, have my own room, possibly have my own cell phone, you know, that kind of thing. I don't want to be a dog on the street. Those ones that feed themselves and feed their owners. I don't want to be that type. I want to be a dog in King Charles Palace. So find out from someone. If you have an opportunity to be an animal, of course, well taken care of, a rich man's dog. All right, I want to believe we're settled now. Once again, you're welcome to the Conference of Stakeholders on Disability Inclusion in Nigeria, Cosdin 2.0. Put your hands together and let us celebrate everyone who has made this possible. If you look at the branding in the room, you will see pictures, you will see logos, the names of every partner, every donor who has made this possible. And quickly, if you were at the Cosdin 1.0, let me see your hands up. Lift it up very well if you can. All right. If you were not there at all, Cosdin 2024 1.0, if you were not here at all last year, let me see your hands up. We are many. Oh, perfect. All right. So you are in for a ride of your life. It's an amazing gathering, convening that JONAPWD has put together. All right. So quickly, we're going to be on our feet, for those who can, for the national anthem. And for the national anthem, we're going to be singing just the first stanza. Just the first stanza. I want to believe that our multimedia guys are ready. Can you display the lyrics on the screen for those who are still learning? After 2 years, are still learning? Or relearning, exactly. Please, could you display the lyrics on the screen? And also,
Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians old and proud to serve our sovereign motherland.
thank you very much. Put your hands together for yourself. This morning, together with my distinguished colleague, Uja, come forward. My name is Grace Jerry. I work with the Inclusive Friends Association. I'm actually a woman of many parts. And for the purpose of this event today, I'm going to be serving as the compare alongside my beautiful colleague, Mr. Uja, Honorable Dr. Professor Uja. And we are going to be taking you on a beautiful ride this morning. And just a quick description for the benefit of our brothers and sisters who cannot see the room. Just to quickly describe the room, starting with myself. I like to describe myself as a combination of a chocolate and a milk skin color. And that's what you call caramel. So I'm a combination of caramel this morning. And like I said, my name is Grace. I have a very long dreadlocks, thick black dreadlocks. I'm wearing a red and a white and a gold attire today. I'm a person with a disability seated on an electronic wheelchair, wearing black shoes with gold accessories, all right? And for the room, we're seated in a well-lit, beautifully decorated room in green and white. We have a podium, we have a multimedia screen that is displaying everything that is happening. And seated next to you is someone also looking very, very elegant, looking very handsome in their dashing, beautiful colors, okay? So in case you're wondering, where am I? You are in a very beautiful room this morning, okay? And for the people seated by your side, you could ask them for any direction or any idea of whatever is happening in the room, okay? Just make sure that you feel belong to what is happening. My friend Uja, I don't know if Uja wants to quickly introduce himself and also describe to us what he's wearing and anything, you know, he wants the people to know. You can go ahead, yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Thank you very much. I'm Sulaiman Abdulmumini Uja. But in short, you can go with Uja. And as you can see me, I'm a sign language user. And for my blind colleagues who are here, I'm putting on all white.
All white.
A long sleeve clothes, and again, a black shade. And a white cap too. That's why I said all white. A grayish beard. And ash shoe. Just to combine it very well. And again, I'm 5'9" tall. And I'm standing in front of you all on the podium. I'm looking forward to a good and fruitful deliberation here today. And more than what Cosdin 1.0 gave us. So we are here for the energy. So I'm handing over back to my compere.
Thank you. Put your hands together for Uja, the most energetic Uja. Thank you so much, sir. And before I call the management of the Yaradua Foundation to give us the security brief, I quickly want to remind us of Cosdin 1.0 for the benefit of those who were not here last year, just to give us a brief summary and to enable us prepare for what you are about to experience. All right. So a defining moment, future of Cosdin 2024 was its deliberate focus on underrepresented groups within the disability community, particularly children with disabilities and their parents and or caregivers. The conference illustrated the often understated and underreported layers of exclusion experienced by these groups. It also activated critical discussions on the care and support economy, drawing attention to the immense yet largely invisible contributions, the contributions made by caregivers. Do we have caregivers in the room this morning? Can we put our hands together for them? Because while we talk about underrepresented group, these are a group of people that we also need to spotlight and celebrate at all times. The lack of recognition and reporting on this segment of the economy was highlighted as a significant barrier to understanding its impact on national economic growth and planning. I know you have this document in your hand. You could just quickly go through and also give you a better perspective of what we did last year in 2024. And interestingly, we had organizations of persons with disabilities who were well and ably represented. We had government institutions, we had civil society, we had development partners who were in the room. And, you know, we had a robust discussion and a robust conversation. And today is going to be even better. So brace yourself. Tell somebody, brace yourself. We're going to have an even more deeper and insightful conversations, all right? So is the management of JONAPWD ready to come give us? All right, go ahead. So in case you hear a sound, you know what direction to run towards, okay? All right, go ahead, sir.
Good morning. Welcome to Shehu Musa Yar'Adua Center. We are delighted to have you be part of this center or to host your program here. This center is well equipped with safety facilities, and I'll just brief you quickly on what we have available for you. The center is equipped with exit points, 4 exit points. To your right, to your left, that's coming from the central atrium where we have the water fountain. So we have to your right, to your left, and to the back and the front. If you have any form of safety issues, you can make use of the exit point. We also have alarm systems, fire watering holes and others to combat in the unlikely incident of a fire incident. So please don't be alarmed if you hear an alarm. Quietly file out. We have a mustard point which is located to your right. At the end of the center, at the back of the center to your right. We also have conveniences to your left in case nature calls. We have for gents and ladies and other facilities to help. If you have any questions, you can easily interact with the security men on duty, and I know that you are going to have a pleasant experience. Thank you.
Thank you very much to the JONAPWD Center. Put your hands together, all right? Put your hands together. Okay, so you're well equipped. Just know that they are somewhere around if you need to ask further questions or you're needing more clarity. I need more energy in the room. All right? So do you know what they call a shower clap? A shower clap where you start with one finger, you progress to the second finger, to the third. Can we do that? So we wake the room up a little bit. Are we ready? We can start with 1. For those who cannot use their hands, if you can stamp your feet, if you can shake your head, whatever you can do, just make sure you're creating a sound. All right? So let's start with 1 finger. 1, 2, 2, 3. Coming out. 3, 4, 4. Make it louder. 5. You're clapping for yourself. You're welcome, welcome, welcome once again. And to kick the event going, we are going to welcome someone who calls himself the chief servant of the disability community. And he is one of the reasons why we are gathered here this morning. So if you don't clap, there won't be Cosdin 3.0. I'm telling you people ahead of time. So let's put our hands together as we welcome our able doctor professor, Mr. Abdullahi Usman Aliyu, as he makes his way to the stage to give us a welcome remark. You know, when you visit someone in their house, they will always welcome you, either with a glass of water, a glass of juice, a plate of pounded yam and goat meat. Oga Abdullah is about to serve you what is even bigger than goat meat and pounded yam. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so very much, Madam Grace Jerry. Let me stand by already established protocol. The task given to me is very simple and a one word, because I will ask to welcome our participants. The word welcoming is just to say welcome everybody. Thank you once again. Really, I first of all start by appreciating each and every one of us who participate in this very important gathering of the stakeholders of persons with disability in Nigeria. As we all know, this is a gathering where all the stakeholders in disability inclusion of Nigeria, from the Organization of Persons with Disability, Organization for Persons with Disability, governments, development partners, who come together and discuss the way forward of inclusives in this country. This is second in the history of Nigeria, as rightly mentioned by our MC. It happened in 2024, and now we are also trying to see the second one. The theme of today's convention, we know Nigeria and even our civil society and persons with disability themselves, we are very good in committing, but our issue is implementation. So we want to discuss today and tomorrow what Nigeria commit in Brazil, in Geneva on GDS. We want to move from commitment to action. We want to see the good English Nigeria presented come into action, whereby the person with disability in Nigeria, we see the fully Nigeria because an inclusive Nigeria where person with disability will exercise equal fundamental right with our colleague person with non-disability. That is the contribution we want to have from each and every one of us here, to give us an advice, to guide us, to direct us on what, on how can we achieve this? How can we push the government to move from the commitment to the action on what they commit, so that, as I rightly say, we exercise equal fundamental right with our colleague, person with non-disability. I want us to have a very successful deliberation. Thank you, everybody.
Please, let's give the president a big round of applause. It is not sounding enough. Thank you very much. So, as we proceed here, I want us to have it in acknowledgement that there are some people online. Please, those online, let me know your presence, please. First of all, I will be calling on the World Bank representative. Are you with us? Again, Lights for the World, who is a big partner to JONAPWD. Are they here with us? Thank you. And again, Disability Rights Fund, DRF. And on the 4th is MacArthur Foundation. So now we'll be proceeding with the goodwill message. Please, let's try as much as possible to manage our time at the maximum of 2 minutes. So we'll be starting with World Bank. Your goodwill message. So World Bank will be joining us online. They'll be giving the goodwill message online. Okay, we'll be moving to the next partner. But please, we have here the representative of the Canadian Embassy. Please, can you come up for your goodwill message? We are not clapping. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Distinguished guests, organizers, participants, all protocols duly observed. Good morning. It's an honor for me, on behalf of Canada, to join you today at the 2025 Conference of Stakeholders on Disability Inclusion in Nigeria. We commend the joint organization of National Association of People with Disabilities for creating this important platform to advance inclusion and equality for persons with disabilities. Canada firmly believes that disability rights are human rights. Promoting dignity, equality, and full participation of persons with disabilities is not only a legal obligation under international frameworks, but also a moral imperative that strengthens societies and economies. Inclusion benefits everyone. We commend all of you for your efforts for advocating for the government to fulfill its commitments under the Discrimination Against Persons with Disabilities Act of 2018 and its ratification of the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. These commitments are vital towards ensuring that no one is left behind. Next week on December 3 marks the International Day of Persons with Disabilities, a global occasion to reaffirm our collective commitment to inclusion and equality. It's an opportunity to celebrate progress, reflect on remaining challenges, and renew efforts to ensure that persons with disabilities can fully enjoy their rights to contribute to society without barriers. This conference also happens to fall during the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. Canada is proud to support JONAPWD through the Canada Fund for Local Initiatives to make gender-based violence referral and response systems in Nigeria meaningfully accessible to women and girls with disabilities. So we're proud of that, as this reflects Canada's broader commitment to advancing human rights and inclusive development in partnership with Nigerian civil society organizations. As we look ahead, Canada remains committed to listening, learning, and working collaboratively to promote inclusion and equality. Thank you for your dedication to this cause, and please accept Canada's best wishes for a successful and impactful conference. I wish you all insightful conversations during this two-day conference. So again, thank you very much for having me.
I'm using. Please, a very round sounding applause for the Canadian representative. You see, there were a lot of points that were made. The first is Canadians are ready to partner with JONAPWD to advance the right of persons with disability through these 16 days of activism on gender-based violence. So, this gives the full inclusion of disability rights and understanding of disability law by making sure that we make sure we have this good partnership with JONAPWD for the advancement of the right of persons with disability. Please, let's clap again, please. So I want to welcome here to the podium for another goodwill message from Ford Foundation. The representative, please, you are welcome. Thank you. You are welcome, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, everyone. Dear distinguished guests, I want to observe the same protocol that was established at the beginning of this great conference. My name is Umar Njai. I am a program officer for Ford Foundation for West Africa. It's a distinguished pleasure today and honor for me to be standing in this August conference and sending the good message on behalf of Ford Foundation. As you know, Ford Foundation work has been all about inclusion. If you look at the issue of social justice, we really take it through the angle of inclusion and the active participation and respect and the right of everybody to be fully achieved. In that sense, the work with partners like JONAPWD on the inclusion or the implementation of the act, I mean the Disability Act, is really critical to Ford Foundation and our partner. And this is what really motivates us through all those partnerships and the support and continue collaboration with you all. So on that note, we would like to really thank and congratulate for the initiative of the second conference like this. So on that note, we would like to really reiterate Ford Foundation continue commitment to partners and work with you up to the full implementation of the act that we have been witness the signature in Nigeria in 2018. So on that note, as you know, Ford Foundation believe and philosophy on the work with people living with disability is nothing about us without us. So that is really the spirit of the full inclusion that Ford Foundation has been taking. Ford Foundation, as we have been working with you, is all about hearing from you what you believe will work for you. We support and work with you on that line. So on that note, we would like to really reiterate again our continuous partnership over the past 65 years. So you may notice that a few weeks ago, Ford Foundation celebrated its 65 years in Nigeria, in West Africa. So this is really a long-term and sustained kind of commitment and toward the region since the independence period to now. And one of the areas that Ford Foundation has been critically invested is the issue of GBV prevention. So as you know, in all our community, we have seen and experienced the impact of gender-based violence. So this is a critical area. So we work with all of you also on that critical aspect to really make a real impact and change and norm and social norm and cultural change toward the gender-based violence. So on that note, we would like to really congratulate and also wish you a successful deliberation on that conference. looking forward a successful outcome. Thank you.
Please, let's clap for him, please. For that wonderful and good goodwill messages. Ford Foundation is ready to partner and collaborate with JONAPWD. Well done. The next, we have Dr. Sahaditu. Is he here, please? Okay.
Thank you so much. Distinguished guests, all protocols duly observed. Of course, it's an honor to be a part of the Conference of Stakeholders on Disability Inclusion in Nigeria. And I want to especially say it's coming at the right time because, of course, the world is also preparing for an International Day of Persons with Disability, so it's really coming at the right time. So I want to commend JONAPWD for leading these national efforts with such clarity and purpose. The theme for me today is commitment to action. And it's quite powerful because when you say commitment to action, we should stop talking. Can we begin to do the things that we want to do? And how do we do them? Let's leave it. Let's say it, implement it, and also leave it. And so I would say the team is quite powerful, but we also need to understand that beyond policy, we need to experience the things that we say, which is living it daily, as I said earlier. So as we push for disability inclusive development across education, healthcare, employment, and governance, we must not overlook one vital element, which is the mental health and psychosocial well-being. Very important. Disability is not only experienced physically or socially, it is also emotional. Many individuals silently battle stigma, trauma, and exclusion. And without intentional mental health support, any form of inclusion remains incomplete. And so today, I'll say that I call on all stakeholders here to prioritize mental health and psychosocial support into every disability intervention. So that means whatever we're doing, whatever intervention, if we don't include mental health and psychosocial support, then we'll probably be doing, just a little of that. It's also important for us to strengthen the systems, promote dignity, resilience, safety. But most importantly, if we talk about healing, then it means that we have to learn or understand what it means to heal and also accommodate everyone. So I'm very happy to be here today, and I'll say that the journey should be carrying everybody along, because if we leave anyone and then we say inclusivity and then people are struggling in silence, what have we done? Nothing. So it's important for us to carry everyone along. And so on this, I extend my goodwill message to JONAPWD, and I look forward to seeing commitments evolve into measurable actions that restores hope and transform lives. So mental health should be one of the key pillars of, the growth in inclusivity. And so on this note, I say thank you very much and congratulations for today.
Please, let's clap for her, please. Thank you very much, Ma. Please, the sound is not sounding enough. She gave a very good, powerful message here, which is the importance of mental health. Because mental health is very key in our present world now. And without mental health, we all can't be here. So thank you so much. Let's clap for her again. Thank you very much, Ma. So, in order not to waste time on the agenda, in the absence of who is responsible to give the opening remark, we will be calling on our Board of Trustee Chairman, who is a very person with us here, and in person of Malam Alhaji Nauche Usman, for the opening, to declare it open. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the Honorable Minister for State for Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, I am here to make the declaration of Cosdin 2.0 opened. So we hope to have a very fruitful outcome from the 2 days conference, and may the God be with us all. Thank you very much. The event is declared open. Thank you.
Is that how to clap when an event is declared open? Thank you so much, our Honorable Board Chairman, JONAPWD. How many of you want to know what the Renewed Hope Agenda is doing in terms of prioritizing persons with disability issues? Who wants to know? Who wants to hear? Who wants to criticize that issue? All right, so to welcome for the keynote address, the Renewed Hope Agenda, where we are with persons with disabilities. Get ready with your notepads, with your pen. Take notes while the keynote is ongoing. Get ready with your question to bombard the present government. Join me as I call on stage Dr. Tayo Aduloju, the Chief Executive Officer, Nigeria Economic Summit Group, NESG. You're not clapping for him as he makes his way up stage to let us know what the Renewed Hope Agenda has in store for the community of persons with disability. Please put your hands together. Thank you very much, sir. You are highly welcome.
Thank you. To our energetic and amazing Master of Ceremony, can we give her a hand again? The Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Mr. President of this great association, distinguished stakeholders gathered, and let me not forget our dear friends from Ford Foundation, the Canadian High Commission, MacArthur Foundation. Thank you for your support in continuing to push these agendas. I almost find a similarity of agendas. Wherever I see MacArthur on an issue, I find in the environment you find Ford. In the environs, you'll find the Canadian High Commission agenda. So it seems as if, you know, there's something about the ethos of certain stakeholders that allows important issues to not become forgotten. I have a difficult subject this morning, and thank you, Mr. President, for the difficult subject. First, because I am not government. The Nigerian Economic Summit Group is a private sector, non-governmental, non-partisan think tank for Nigeria. And so I may not be the best person to defend the Renewed Hope agenda because my sister has spoken about defending it. I do think as Nigeria's foremost private sector think tank, I should at least explain what is in the Renewed Hope agenda, and then explain where we think the agenda for persons with disability fits into that agenda. And then maybe point to the gaps, and that will allow us to have a conversation. So I was hoping the Honorable Minister of State for Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction will be here, so that when we point the gaps out, our government colleagues can take it. So, but I'm sure at least members of the ministry are represented. So like everybody has said, the Convention for the United Nations rights of persons with disabilities, it was launched, it's almost 20 years, right, ago. And countries have gone home to implement and domesticate that convention, including Nigeria. So you can argue, like many stakeholders have already said, that the convention is in place, so there's the commitment. The law is in place, so there's the legal framework. And I think, like the theme puts it, the problem is commitment to action. When you look at commitment for disability inclusion, it must at least have 3 components, right? The first component is the social inclusion. And this must not be taken for granted because the convention itself notes that historically the human race, because the human species survived by this idea of the survival of the fittest, the human race by its primitive tendencies has been punitive to persons with disability. So a framework was necessary to correct the almost inherent natural tendency for the survival of the fittest, leave persons with disabilities behind. In fact, in certain cultural pre-modern contexts, a person with a disability was almost marked for death. But that's not the case today. And because that's not the case today, our advocacy is really a commitment to remove the social inclusion barriers. And there are many, and they still exist. Across health, education, transport, environment, community participation, and many other anti-discrimination systems that are entrenched either in culture or in politics or in community or in religion or in our traditions. Now, commitment is not useful without involvement, because I find, as I will humbly confess, that those of us that are not persons with a disability sometimes have paradigm blindness. So one day I asked some of my colleagues here, some leaders here, to come and audit my summit. I used to think my summit was very inclusive. We've held the Nigerian Economic Summit for 31 years. So I said, come and audit my summit for inclusion. From the design of the stage, to the structure of the participation, to those that form the technical content of the discussions, this community found vulnerabilities and problems all over the place. And it wasn't like we were bad people, but we simply could not see what to include because we were not the persons with disability. So the first point on social inclusion framework is that no involvement equals no commitment. Forget about it. You cannot be having a conversation about us without us. That conversation by design becomes defective because it cannot see the things we want to see. So after that audit, we now tried to include persons with disability into a summit. It was a cultural shock. And that cultural shock led to the Nigerian Economic Summit Group creating what we now call, that is